You asked for it, so here it is. My Champions League predictions for this coming round of matches. There's loads of great games, loads of hopefully accurate predictions to make, so let's get straight into the action and kick off our Champions League predictions with our first game, and that is between Kairat Almaty and Real Madrid. Now, Kairat Almaty have only lost one game in their last 6 games, however they do play in Kazakhstan, and that solitary defeat did come against a fairly decent European opponent in Sporting Lisbon, and they got pumped 4-1. And Madrid, well, I think they're going to do the exact same thing to them, if not worse. Last weekend's derby defeat will have left the Madrid side feeling pretty average, to be fair, so they'll be hoping to get back to their winning ways, and most likely will do so by pummeling Kairat Almaty. So this one's pretty straightforward for me, and my prediction for this game is for Real Madrid to win with over 2.5 goals in this game. And claro que sí, Kylian Mbappe will probably get 1 or all 3 of those goals in this game, and Madrid should come away with a fairly forward straight win. Next up, we have Atletico Madrid hosting Eintracht Frankfurt. Now, Atletico smashed their city rivals Real Madrid by 5 goals to 2 a few days ago, and they'll be looking for a similar result against the German side. Eintracht come into this game in good form as well, scoring a massive 14 goals in their last 3 games alone, and this included a 6-4 away win against Mönchengladbach last weekend. So expect fireworks in this game, and now I think most people are still heavily going to be favouring Atletico Madrid to get the win in this game, but I just still don't trust them yet. They haven't shown their best selves consistently so far this season, and instead I feel more comfortable going for goals in this game given the two teams' recent performances. So for my prediction between Atletico Madrid and Eintracht Frankfurt, I'm going for both teams to score and over 2.5 goals in this game. Norwegian side Bodo Glimt, they're hosting Tottenham this weekend. Now, Bodo Glimt are performing very well in the Norwegian league right now. They're undefeated in their last 10 plus games in the domestic league, and Tottenham from England, well, they're still threatening to string a run of good performances together, but they never really seem to be able to develop any sort of real consistency. They should still be too good for their Norwegian opponents, but I wouldn't be surprised to see Bodo Glimt getting a goal in this game. But other than that, I don't see them getting really anything else from this game. So I'm simply going for a Tottenham away win against Bodo Glimt. Chelsea take on Benfica in the next round, and they'll be hoping for a better result than they got at home on the weekend, where they were beaten 3-1 by Brighton. That followed a 2-1 loss away at Man U and a 3-1 defeat to Bayern Munich in the opening round of the Champions League. And Benfica, well, they've recorded 2 wins and a draw since their surprise loss at home to Karabag in the opening round of the Champions League. So both teams will be desperate to get their first points on the board in this campaign. Who will win this game? You got to favour Chelsea. And look, I do as well, but I still don't trust them enough to just back them to get the win. So I'm going for goals in this game instead. And between Chelsea and Benfica, my prediction is over 2.5 goals. Do you know who's going to win this game? Or are you, like myself, favouring the goals market in this one instead? Let me know your predictions for this game down in the comments below, and I will reply to all of your messages. Galatasaray are hosting Liverpool this week, and will be looking to inflict on the Reds their second defeat in the space of a few days, as Liverpool were surprisingly beaten by Crystal Palace 2-1. Galatasaray come into this game in pretty good form as well, and will want a better result in their second Champions League game, as they were thrashed 5-1 away to Eintracht Frankfurt in the opening round. They've got some great players, Galatasaray, and a very hostile home stadium that will be full of fanatical fans that will be supporting the home team feverishly in this game. And Liverpool coming into this game, they do have the luxury of calling upon Ekitike, as his current suspension is only related to the domestic competition, and Isaac right now just hasn't managed to hit his stride at his new club as yet. But even given Liverpool's dominance on paper in this game, as we learned from the weekend, football's not one on paper, is it? Instead of picking Liverpool to get the win in this game, I'm going for over 2.5 goals between Galatasaray and Liverpool, as I do see both teams scoring and the goals not stopping there either. Paphos host Bayern Munich this week, and even though they've only lost once in their last 10 games or so, the Cypriot side will need to play the game of their lives if they're going to get anything from this Bayern side. Bayern right now, they're one of the form teams in Europe, and not only can they not stop winning, but Harry Kane, he just can't stop scoring right now. He has scored a brace of goals or more in his last 4 games in a row now for Bayern, and if he starts in this game, then I would be very surprised if he doesn't score again. This game really pits a David versus Goliath scenario for me, and there's only going to be one winner in this game, but the question is, by how many goals? For this game, my prediction is going to be for a Bayern Munich win and over 2.5 goals in this game. And yes, probably most of those goals will once again be scored by Harry Kane. A very entertaining Monaco side hosts Manchester City this weekend, and if there's one game that promises loads of goals, I think that this is it. Both teams are struggling to find consistency at the moment, but when they are on, they can both really play some very attacking and quick transitioning football. Monaco have won 3 of their last 5 games and lost the other 2, but the goal average for those last 5 games is 4 goals or more per game. And Man City just scored 5 goals in their last game alone as they crushed Burnley 5-1. Now, I'm not saying Man City are going to win this one. They definitely, probably, maybe should win this one. But just like Monaco, they're still a bit hot and cold right now. So instead of picking a winner, I'm seeing loads of goals and a very entertaining game between these two. So my prediction between Monaco and Manchester City is for over 2.5 goals. And yes, I do think both teams will also score. Barcelona take on PSG in probably the most attractive of all the games this week. And I certainly am hoping for a Barcelona home win. Barca have been winning and playing very good football without Lamine Yamal for the past month or so. And it's a very nice problem for Hansi Flick to have the winger back to his full fitness and ready to start in this game. Yamal came on as a second half substitute at the weekend, and within the first minute he set up Lewandowski for the winning goal, and he's probably going to be just chomping at the bit to start in this game and hoping to put on one of those stunning Champions League performances again. PSG have 5 of their starting 11 out injured right now, and they're the big names as well. Desiree Doué, Fabian Ruiz, João Neves, Marquinhos, and of course, Ousmane Dembele. And although without those players, PSG are still good enough of a team to beat most other teams, I doubt that they can do it against Barca. Donnarumma, he's also left to play for Man City, and without that mountain of a goalkeeper in the way, it should be a lot easier for Barcelona to get a few goals in this game and hopefully a hard-fought victory. For my prediction though, I'm just going to keep it safe and predict that Barcelona will score at least 2 goals in this game. That's what I think will happen in this game. But what do you think? Will it be a narrow, hard-fought victory for the home side, or will there be goals flying in at both ends of the pitch in this game? Let me know your predictions for this game down in the comments. In Germany, we have the in-form Borussia Dortmund hosting the very out-of-form Athletic Bilbao. Dortmund got another straightforward win under their belt on the weekend to extend their unbeaten run so far this season. They've actually won all their games so far and they've picked up 2 draws, whereas Bilbao come into this game without a single win to their name so far this season. They lost to Villarreal last weekend, they drew at home against last place Girona the weekend before that, and they also got beaten by Valencia before that as well. So the list of bad performances really goes on for them. I really do like Dortmund to do a number on Bilbao right now in this game. They're just playing so much better, they've got so much more confidence, and they're at home in front of their very noisy fans. So I'm predicting in this game a Borussia Dortmund home win with over 1.5 goals in this game. Sorry, Bilbao. And the final game that I like from this round sees the Italian giants Napoli at home against Sporting Lisbon. Now, this is a tricky game to predict. Both teams, they've got some very good players and are capable of playing some high-level football. However, Napoli right now, they can't keep a clean sheet to save their lives. And Sporting, well, although they do manage to keep on racking up the wins in Portugal, the fact that they're playing in Portugal takes away some of the significance of that feat. Napoli lost their first Serie A game last weekend away against a, well, pretty much 10-man AC Milan side. And aside from losing to Man City in the first round of the Champions League, they've won all their other games. And I do see them as slight favourites to get the win here, but I don't think it's going to be a 1-0, as I do see Sporting getting in on the goals in this game. So for my prediction between Napoli and Sporting Lisbon, I'm sticking with over 2.5 goals. That's all my predictions for this round of Champions League games. I will be releasing my weekend's Premier League and La Liga predictions video in the next few days. So if you enjoyed this video and got some value out of it, then hit that subscribe button and join the thousands of others already benefiting from my weekly predictions. And if you want to know my exclusive top 5 games and predictions for every week that I myself will be backing, then by all means, come and join us at the Panenka family on my Patreon channel as well. Enjoy the Champions League games, have a great week everyone, and I'll see you all again in a few days' time.